I got it.
Okay.
I don't know if you could hear that. Carmi was yelling down through the vent.
No, what'd she say?
She was just going, ah.
That was good vocal control.
Yeah. Now, there's only one way to start today's show, I think, Tom. As a show that goes off the rails all the time. We're known for going off the rails.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Because today, we're going off the rails on a crazy train. Yes. Going off the rails on a crazy train. What are you going to say?
I was saying Ozzy forever. I'm so sad.
Yeah,
I'm so sad.
Damn.
Legit. Oh, baby. Mama, I'm coming home. We here. I was like, I don't know where I'm going to fit it in the intro, but
we steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is GPS.
You have been navigated to war pigs.
That's right. That's right. Folks, we're back in separate houses, both alike in dignity. We went to the concert on Monday. It's a good concert. It was a good show.
Did a show. Did a concert.
Had a good time.
To see Tom.
Had a 6:30 a.m. flight on Tuesday, and I finally got like a decent amount of sleep last night, which was nice because I was hurting. It was a little painful, but we are here. There's a lot to talk about, and ladies and gentlemen, I know it's not the most exciting thing. However, it's another step along the road. We have officially made it to training camp.
Yay! Yes, holdouts, injuries, drama,
retirements,
sex. Whoa. So many players are going to be having sex with each other this week.
End of August.
That's what they do at training camp, right?
I don't think it's like band camp.
It's like the Olympic Village. All the players just come together and they do it.
Wow. All right.
That's why we love sports, guys. Woo!
Learn something new every day. This is why, you're getting a bunch of players that are retiring from the Saints. They're like, we can't take it.
I don't even think about the Saints uniforms.
Can't do it. Hey, Nick.
What are they going to do? Just retire the Saints uniforms like all their players?
Yep. Got him.
Gotcha, Luchin.
Kakita. Bills red helmets. Listen, I'm always a fan of the red helmets. They always look good. The Packers are unveiling some new helmets as well. I think it's tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken.
They're going to take your dumb logo off of it?
I'm going to slap the logo out of your mouth.
Letter G.
Kick the Broncos' ass.
Look at our letter G.
Yeah. All right. We'll see.
That we stole from Georgia.
Listen, at least my mascot's not dead. Okay. And you tried to replace Thunder.
You
he
can't
will never
beat
be
a dead horse.
He will never replace Thunder. There is only one Thunder,
for the
and
season.
Every horse that has come after the original Thunder has been a Xerox of a Xerox, a copy of a copy, and will never, ever reach the distinguished highs.
Even this looks better than the Packers' real logo.
That actually should be the Broncos' real logo.
Oh my God, it would be so nice.
It'd be amazing. It would be the best one.
Yeah, can't beat it. If the Broncos are going undefeated, that'll be my slogan every week. Can't beat a dead horse. Go Broncos.
Or if you don't win a game.
A dead horse can't beat you.
Yes. I saw that. Yeah, some Bears fans went to the Pope and they got him a shirt that said "Da Pope."
Oh, nice.
Whatever's gonna help. Whatever. I laughed. It's hysterical. And if the Bears do have a great season, I hope they only know it's because God wills it.
Yeah, if the Bears win a playoff game and I'm the Pope, I'm taking credit for that win.
Oh yeah, you're starting a crusade. You're like, you know what, guys, let's bring this back. We can do it now, and I think enough people would listen.
I think the Pope behind him during his sermons It needs like a big Mike Ditka mustache.
I was just about to say, just have Mike
Ditka
Ditka standing back there. Yeah.
For sure.
I'll be good. Generals gathered in the masses, just like witches.
Generals gathered at the masses. I think you killed Ozzy, Tom.
How'd I kill Ozzy?
When we were driving home from the concert, I said, you know what? The one band I really wish I could have seen perform live is Queen.
Did I say this?
I said Queen. I said
Black Sabbath.
And then you're like, I think I would want to see Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Next day, Ozzy Osbourne dies. So
maybe.
Yeah, I think that's on you, bro.
I know this has nothing to do with sports whatsoever, but holy crap, man. Ozzy just in my, not only musically, historic, but very personally, dude, like he introduced me to metal. Like, and it just...
Oh, yeah.
I was so sad, but dude, what a way to freaking go out, man. Like him actually doing that show a couple of weeks ago
crazy.
And singing Mama, I'm Coming Home. Oh my God. Like he's gonna be very, very missed. I mean, like just his impact on the music world. It can't be understated, man. It's just so good.
If you really love him, you'll eat a bat every day for the next year.
I won't do that. No, I won't.
Come on,
I can mourn in my own way.
Eat a bat. Eat a bat.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. Or as Perna would call him, anal zone. Not Ozzy.
If Alex ever
in case you're listening to the podcast,
me in the face.
He's not saying Ozzy's anal zone, but that was a super chat, so that was just there. But,
yeah. Eat a bat, Kirsten.
Eat a bat. Well, in case you're a youngin' and you don't know the history of Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne ate a bat's head off on stage.
Bit a bat's head off or a bird's head off.
Yeah, it was a time. It was the news was like, oh my God. I remember there was this was back in the day when I was going to church when I was a wee lad, and the Monsignor was during his homily was talking about two people, Marilyn Manson, which granted probably right on that one because he turned out to be a horrible person. And then Ozzy Osbourne of corrupting people with the devil. And I was like, I'm going to go listen to that music now. And
the beautiful people. I saw a Marilyn Manson meme. It was like a week ago. It's probably old. I don't know. But it was something like there was this magical time in American history where somebody started a rumor at a grade school or at a middle school that Marilyn Manson had his lower ribs removed.
So he could
fillet himself.
Yep.
And it spread like wildfire and just became a truth that every student in school just knew. And that is like 100% true. Like I think everybody heard that at some point.
Literally.
If you're in school in the 90s, the late 90s, you heard that. You heard that rumor.
Oh, yeah, no, not a baseball bat, LQ, an actual bat. Like like a fly. And the animal part of me is like, that's bad. But again, always metal. Come on now.
Would you rather eat a baseball bat or a bat?
Me personally?
Guano, yes.
Guano.
What would you rather eat?
Probably baseball bat.
Because
I feel like the way you could do it, if I did it, I could do it in a somewhat safe way. Hear me out. It would take years, right? But if I just shaved a little bit of it off, like into my food, so I wouldn't get like splinters inside me that would kill me. I feel like if I did that with every meal, I don't know if it would. And then I'd poop out a bat eventually.
Yeah, that's a good gimmick to have. Like if you're a baseball YouTuber.
Yeah.
This is my baseball bat. I'm going to slowly eat it over the course of my YouTube career.
And when I'm done, my YouTube career is over.
Yeah, because I will have medical issues.
Yeah, I would say so. We actually have a bunch of news. There's a good amount of news that's going on. There is some controversies that are going on. Because as NFL training camp is starting, the holdouts are also starting. You're seeing Trey Hendrickson. We have comments from the owners of both the Dallas Cowboys and also the Cincinnati Bengals, and we could answer which one is worse. Trey Hendrickson is in Florida right now, as he posted on Instagram. It was just a picture of an open highway. It just said Florida on the bottom, so he's not at camp. He's still waiting. We have an update from a previous story when we were talking about all those second rounders who weren't signed, and then you started to see more and more. It turns out now there are only 2 draft picks in all of the draft picks back in 2025 that have not been signed. Shamar Stewart from the Cincinnati Bengals and Judkins from the Cleveland Browns, which makes sense considering the issues that are going on at the moment. It makes sense that he's not being signed. And then you had the Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons, who has still not been extended. Jerry Jones made some comments about some players that he did extend, and it's getting real interesting in Dallas. And I don't want to sound mean. Does it seem like Jerry's gotten even older? And I know, like, just passage of time, he's gotten older, but it seemed like there's some damage control that's going on based off of the comments that he said.
Jerry Jones! He's younger than ever, Tom.
Yeah.
I think a lot of what Jerry's saying is making sense. 82 years young, old Jerry.
He's running for president.
To be fair. All right, so I listened to both Mike Brown and Jerry Jones' answers and comments, and I listened to more of Jerry Jones' press conference than I really wanted to. I think a little bit of what they said is kind of being taken out of context. I think they're both still wrong. They're both wrong. I think Jerry's done this too long, and he's talked for too long in front of microphones, that he's just in this like state of being where he has seen it all. He's not worried. I think he believes he's going to get a deal done. I think he believes that they're doing it the right way, and they're not. But he's just like, I think he's just saying shit, and it's starting to just sound dumb. Like, oh yeah, we could sign Micah Parsons, but a meteor come down, blow up his head the next day. You never know what's gonna happen. No, man, you just don't know. We could sign Micah Parsons. He could get on a bike. He could ride that bike off a cliff and fall into a cave full of spikes and bees. You just don't know what could happen to Micah Parsons if we sign him to a contract right now. If you pay a guy in the first 2 years, something could happen. But then if you pay him for too long, there's too much money there too. So if you got a lot of money going on with your players, you just never know when that money is going to be good or bad money. I've seen good money. I've seen bad money. I've made both monies. All the money. I got money on Jerry Jones.
And that was an actual quote.
Yeah, that was verbatim what Jerry said.
Mm-hmm. Andrew, just to clarify here, the profit that the Dallas Cowboys make has nothing to do with the actual salary cap that they use to sign players. Just an FYI. If it was for coaches, then it's a different story. But just FYI.
Yeah, but like when you are the most valuable team, and when your owner's the fifth richest owner in the NFL, you don't have to worry about any of the issues that the poors do. And Mike Brown is a poor. He is a dirty, poor owner. The other owners don't respect him because he doesn't even have a B. He doesn't even have a B, Tom. Oh, they look down upon him. Jerry Jones looks through his glory hole and judges how little Mike Brown has in terms of his net worth.
Oil money.
Yeah. And so I think Mike Brown.
No, the Dolphins?
What they took out of like his quote kind of is that
I watched
complimenting Trey Hendrickson. He's like, we want him to be here. Trey's a good player. He's delivered. And then he was like, Trey's kind of a hard guy to negotiate with. It was basically his version of he's a complicated fella.
He's a complicated fella.
But also Mike Brown's wrong, and everybody knows he's wrong. And I think Trey's also been the victim of having a shitty agent who has accepted these 1-year guaranteed type deal extensions or whatever, and that's put them in a bad place. So
because what Mike Brown is trying to, so he made the comment about jail, and I think I saw that kind of go a whole bunch of places, and he was just like, we don't want to, if there's a player that's sitting in jail instead of being on the football field, he goes, I don't think we should pay him. Honestly, I don't think we should pay him.
I agree.
So it's basically saying that for Shamar Stewart, that if it's the language that they are arguing over right now is conduct detrimental to football, right? So he's like, if somebody does, in this case, if Shamar Stewart does something where, according to my brain, he ends up in jail, right? Or he does something that is against the team and it's going to be detrimental to his actions on the football field, he shouldn't have to pay him. And I feel like that's not a hugely controversial statement, like as an owner being like,
supporting him for that statement.
Correct.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're not getting a deal done because of this.
Yes.
And now Shamar Stewart remains one out of only two people who are not signed from the 2025 NFL draft. And throw on top of the Trey Hendrickson thing, it's like, okay, well, there needs to be some kind of compromise here. There needs to be some kind of conversation that's going on. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's happening, or at least productivity is happening.
And he cited domestic violence as a reason to not pay a player. And nobody's going to go, you know what, though, Mike? You should pay him if he does a DV. Just pay him. And he used conduct detrimental. And if you look up conduct detrimental to the league or the team, there is a long list of reasons that they can use to not pay a guy. And I think that's what the agent's actually trying to fight against, is like, yes, that is one example.
Sure.
But there's some language. I think the very last line, and I had this in yesterday's video, it's just like, any conduct the league views as detrimental can be like conduct detrimental. So there is wiggle room there. But he succeeded in that. I literally saw somebody tweet like, I never thought I would side with Mike Brown, but I agree with him on this. Shamar Stewart, sign your contract. Like, he did it. He did the thing. He said, I'm gonna pick the bad thing that we don't want guys doing, and I'm gonna say that's why we're not guaranteeing that. And some people fell for it.
Yeah, I feel
also,
like
he didn't use jail as a concern for Trey Hendrickson. He didn't say, I'm worried about Trey Hendrickson being in jail next year. And he should be. I've got sources that say Trey Hendrickson is looking to go to jail.
Yeah, so he's in Florida right now, Trey Hendrickson. So I don't know when he's going to sign a new contract. And so Trey Hendrickson is in, because we have talked about this on the show a bunch. According to the new CBA, if you
trademark out podcast conduct detrimental, it's my next podcast. Sorry.
Ooh, I like that.
I just really interrupted you, Tom.
Oh, you're good. For Trey, so if you're a player that is sitting out, right, Shamar Stewart has a little bit of leverage here, not to bring back the good old leverage talk, but has a little bit of leverage here because he hasn't signed a contract yet. So he's not he's not actually losing money. He's losing potential earnings, right? Because he could be getting money right now, but he's not losing actual dollars right this second. And there's lots of talk about maybe he winds up going back into the draft next year, which would just be really funny. And we'll do this all over again next year. But the most important thing for Trey Hendrickson is when you are a player that has signed a contract and you start sitting out, you are losing, I think it's like $30,000 a day. It's a lot of money that you're losing.
That's not that much.
Trey Hendrickson has a lot of money. And so because he's a veteran and has gotten some contracts, he can afford at least a little bit to sit out for a period of time. We'll see. And because Trey Hendrickson flat out is like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing on this current contract. Like, I'm holding out and you let me know when you're ready to make a deal. And so now I feel like for Trey, he doesn't have a ton of leverage because if he sat out the entire season, that would not count against his contract. So he would still be under contract with the Cincinnati Bengals because under the CBA. But he can afford to play chicken with them. And let's just say this goes into the season, which would be a disaster for the Bengals, right? Because they brought back T. Higgins, they brought back Jamar Chase, keeping that offense together. That defense, which had challenges last year, and that's even with Trey Hendrickson having a phenomenal year. I think it might be one of those things of, oh yeah, we need Trey. And is that price just going to keep on going up and up as we get closer to the season?
Whoa. Yeah, the Bengals have like one of the highest paid receiving rooms in the league, which is why they don't want to pay Trey Hendrickson. They gave all their money to two players catching balls from Joe Burrow, which is not necessarily the wrong move.
No, but at the same time, you need to have a balanced football team. And already heading into the season, there were a lot of doubts about the defense and the fact that you haven't signed your first draft pick, and you also haven't brought back your best defensive player. It's just not great. It doesn't look good. And Trey, oh man. Ooh. Okay. Short term, I think it's Trey Hendrickson easy, right? Whose deal do you think, if you had to choose one of them, who has to get done? Is it Trey?
Trey or Micah?
No, Trey or Shamar Stewart. Because if you don't sign Shamar Stewart, you wasted your first round draft pick, right? You're not helping your pass rush. You're not building it for the future whatsoever. And Trey Hendrickson, he will give you the results right now. It's just going to cost more money, and that's going to be short term because what is it going to be like a 3-year deal?
Trey is much more necessary. You have no idea who Shamar Stewart is as a football player at this point.
Hey, he could be another Trey Hendrickson.
Develop into an average pass rusher. Trey is an elite pass rusher. He has been in the top 5 in terms of like overall production over like the last 4 years. So, yeah.
If you're in win now mode, it's Trey. Right?
Yeah, the Bengals are in win now mode.
Correct.
You have to be. You got Joey freaking Burrow, the second best quarterback in the NFL, according to Steve Spags. You got 2 elite ball catchers. You got an offense that can score points with anyone.
Legit, yes.
Get the one guy who actually was good on defense for you last year. If I was it, I would unsign all the rest of my defense. Every other player on defense, gone, motherfucker.
And they're like, why? And they're like, your
rookies, because you sucked last year.
Your play on the football field was detrimental to football. Gone.
Yeah. Boom.
That's it.
And I would bring in police, and I would have them all arrested, so I didn't have to pay them.
There you go.
Look, they're in jail. I'm not paying any of these criminals.
I think you'd be a great football owner.
Oh, God, yeah. Dude, that's why I need to run the union. Players, I'm going to convince them I'm working for them, but I will be in the NFL, and their pockets, their hands will be down to my ankles. They'll be in there so deep.
Just popping out the ankle side right there.
On my name on somebody on Hank. Boom. Nailed it.
Crushed it. Yeah. So the Bengals, things are not going anywhere quickly. No. When we were talking about Jerry Jones, just because he mentioned Steele and Diggs, right? And saying the clip that kind of went around was that he's like, should we have re-signed, Diggs and Steele? Because, they haven't been on the field. And so Diggs was just talked to by a reporter. I think it was yesterday or today. And he's like, I was really upset yesterday when I heard it, but, I'm just trying to get back. Like he went to, he's like rehabbing his injury and he's close to coming back. But you understand, like, this is where there's some nuance, right? Like you understand the standpoint of, like this is the NFL. You could pay a player a whole lot of money and then they can get injured. It's lots of people get injured in this game. Yeah, it's a violent game. And then you wind up losing out on that money because you gave them a whole bunch of guarantees, but that's the risk that you run. And I feel like as an owner, there's a way that, I don't know if you say that, you know what I mean? Like there's ways that you handle that to kind of keep player relations solid. And I just feel like that those kind of statements are not doing that.
No, I mean, look, I think Jerry, he just got to let go.
Personal.
You got to let go, man. Because he paid Dak and he cited Dak. Dak got hurt.
Yep.
Diggs got hurt. He overpaid Ezekiel Elliott. That blew up in his face. He's gun shy. And that's not how Jerry Jones ever did business. Micah Parsons, he cited Micah missing 6 games last year. He only missed 4. Other than that, Micah's played every snap. He's been on the field. He's been productive. Paying Micah Parsons should be the easiest decision of Jerry Jones' life. The difference between being savvy about the contracts and being stupid about the contracts is what we're watching the Cowboys do with Micah Parsons. They just paid him. If they had extended him at the earliest possible date, their deal would be solid right now. But TJ Watt just turned that into a $41 million per year average. So now Micah's got to get 42 or 41.5, whatever the fuck it's going to be. But then, like, you know, in 2 or 3 years, you'll be like, oh, Micah's deal's not that bad. It's going to continue to go up. It's going to go up infinitely because the NFL is a money printing machine.
Yeah.
And there's no sight of it like slowing down. So like if you wanted to argue in Jerry's favor, like if they extend him now, then like, and it's like a 5-year thing, he played out longer on the contract and they have him for that extra year or whatever. Then and like it becomes irrelevant, but it's silly right now because Micah's earned that money, and why not just secure that? And Micah, and I think Micah, he's at practice or at training camp.
Yep.
You might not be participating
holding
in that
in,
thing, but
right? Yeah.
And they interviewed him yesterday too, and he was like, "A deal will probably get done. I hope a deal's going to get done. I don't know.
Like,
I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to be patient." He said, "Patience is a virtue," and I believe that. And with Jerry, what annoys us,
Frazier said, "Not right now. It isn't."
Yeah, I think the consensus is all right. If you're looking at Trey and you're looking at Micah, nobody knows if the Bengals are actually going to get a deal done. And I think there's a 50-50 shot whether Trey actually plays. I think everybody believes Cowboys will pay Micah. I think they believe that he's going to overpay him, and it's just going to be, he's going to be paid at the dumbest possible time. Micah will get paid. Just won't, the contract, everybody like, okay, you just did what you had to do.
This is how it's been with the Cowboys. And I think that's the frustrating thing if you're a Cowboys fan. And you and I were talking about this. I think it was like on the way to like Red Rocks. It's like when you have a good player, you pay them, right? Like if you know this guy is going to be on the roster for a while, and you've known that Micah Parsons is going to be on the roster for a while, you pay them as early as humanly possible. I think we mentioned this on Monday. Like the Max Crosby deal has aged so well. So well for the Raiders because he's younger. They signed him, right? And now you have all these pass rushers who are making more money, and that's just going to continue to go up because it's a premium position in the NFL. And now here we are. Because if Trey Hendrickson, gets a crap ton of money too, I imagine it's going to be around the TJ Watt contract. Like it's got to be somewhat close. Right. And that's what he wants. Trey Hendrickson doesn't want 1 year of money. Like he wants
guaranteed money outside of 1 year. And the Bengals refuse to guarantee any money outside of 1 year.
Yeah. And I get it. Like he's getting older. But guess what, buddy? Like if you are in win now mode, as you have correctly said, they are. What are we doing? Like you are not winning a Super Bowl without Trey Hendrickson.
No.
Unless Shamar Stewart, who you still haven't signed, just turns out to be the second coming of Trey Hendrickson.
And he's
know what I mean? Ashley,
also, it's like their age argument is made so stupid by TJ Watt and Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, 29, TJ Watt, 30, both signed $100+ million extensions.
Because again, it is what it is. Like sometimes you got to pay the player. Like you just got to pay the player because you want your football team to be better. And that's just the way it is. And unfortunately for the Bengals, like they're in this spot where they also just paid a massive amount of money for their wide receiver 1 and 2. And now the defensive side of the ball is,
The difference to me is like Mike Brown seems like the type of owner who, the Bengals, they paid Joe Burrow, they paid Jamar, they paid T. They'll pay a few premium players, right? Like they have to do that. But he seems like the type of owner who really doesn't want to pay players what they're worth. Jerry Jones to me seems like the type of owner who he will definitely pay, but he wants to do it on Jerry's terms. He doesn't like the media telling him when he should be paying a player. So stubbornly, and to his own demise, he's like, well, now that everybody's crucifying me for saying I'm not paying no Micah Parsons, I'm going to wait to pay Micah Parsons till 2035. And then I'm going to give him $10 billion. Don't you tell me how to run this football team. I've been doing it for 30 years. I got lucky early on, and I just fucking rode my own coattail.
Every quote has to end with, I'm Jared Jones.
I'm Jared Jones!
It's like, like buttholes, everybody has one.
That was awesome.
I mean, it's just, it's tough, Ashley. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you're a Bengals fan, you're kind of just going, what the hell, man? Can we play football? Like, we get this over with? And I will say, oh man, because the Bengals have two outcomes that could be really, really bad. And this could completely blow up in their face. Like, you're giving it a 50-50 shot for Trey Hendrickson. I really want to believe in the Bengals that they're not going to let him go. Because if they trade him.
Well, yeah, that my joke yesterday was if they traded him in this offseason and they got extra draft capital,
great.
We would be watching the Bengals become the first team in NFL history with 3 first-round draft picks who are all holding out and refuse
to sign the contract.
Feels like the Bengals are going to kind of be in a precarious situation no matter what. The worst thing that could happen is they get a deal done with Trey. It's a big extension, and then Trey gets hurt this season. Like, if that happens to Cincinnati, Mike Brown might never pay another player again.
No, he'd never pay anyone again.
Like, that would ruin the Bengals, I think.
There's two things too, right? Let's just say it doesn't work out with Trey, which means that they would trade him, right? And they would get a whole bunch of draft capital for like next year's draft. But then do they turn to Shamar Stewart and go, okay, now we're good? Because if either one of these situations blow up and they have to get rid of Trey Hendrickson, which would be very detrimental to their football team, in which now I definitely don't know about their defense this year, or they just wasted a first-round pick with Shamar Stewart. Either way, like, either outcome is awful. Like, they need to get this figured out quickly as training camp starts today.
The concession on Shamar Stewart's contract is so easy. And without Trey Hendrickson there, like, if you really want this to be the common language in your contract, just seems like this is not the year to do it for Cincinnati. But anyway, we'll see what happens there.
Perna, you got beat too. Apparently, it's the #1 sports law podcast, Conduct Detrimental.
What? A sports law podcast? Those sons.
I'm sports law. You have a badge and everything.
I'm gonna sue them anyway. Let's see how much they know about law.
We could have a buddy cop show, sports law.
Yeah, I mean, I do Law and Order Sports, so I will be Eddie Murphy, and you can be Nick Nolte. I will be Mel Gibson. You will be Danny Glover. I will be Turner.
I would love to be Danny Glover.
You will be Hooch.
I like Danny Glover.
Everybody likes Danny Glover.
Danny Glover's great.
Where does Justin? Everybody likes Mel Gibson too. What are you talking about?
Nope.
Australia's finest.
Where does Justin Ross wind up? I don't know, man. Because he's not with the Chiefs anymore. I think it's just injury.
I forget what his injuries were coming out of college because they were significant.
Yes,
he was super talented. Bad injuries, and then he asked to be released from the Chiefs, I believe. Somebody will probably take a flyer on him.
Yeah, he'll hang around in camp, but you have to worry about his injuries. That's gonna keep a lot of teams away. So, well, listen, TJ Watt. It's because the Steelers realized, hey, you know what? We can't go and get Aaron Rodgers. We can't go and get Jalen Ramsey and give him a pay boost. We can't do any of that stuff and not pay TJ Watt. There's no shot. If you, I don't want to say deluding yourself, but it seems a little bit like that you're like, hey, this is a Super Bowl ready team, is ready to go. If you're Pittsburgh Steelers to a Super Bowl, you got to pay TJ Watt.
Yeah. I've got a problem with the internet though.
Oh boy, here we go. Hey, there you go, Steph. There you go, Steph. Some light in the darkness. Go ahead, buddy.
Geno Smith getting a lot of praise, Tom, for saying, I didn't come to Vegas to roll the dice. I came to run the table.
Too bad Aaron Rodgers did it first. Plagiarism.
Aaron Rodgers said that exact same thing?
Literally, I think we can run the table. That's the 2016 season. That's the Magic Jersey Pupper season. Come on. I
read that quote and I was like, Geno Smith has been sitting on that for at least a month.
At least.
That sounds so contrived. And then I saw where's Benchwarmer? I saw Bran. He read my mind. Let's see here. Oh, he just hit 1 million, I think, on TikTok.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man.
For him, man.
He said,
hell yeah.
If Russell Wilson said this, you would be burning him at the stake.
That's 100% correct.
More. But that's because people assume, Geno Smith, people believe is cool. So he can say this and people are like, that's cool. Nobody thinks Russell Wilson is cool. So if he said that shit, it'd be like, oof. It's like, that is so right. That is so right. I think it's hard to run the table in the AFC West, Geno.
Dude, watch the Raiders just come out and be like a 12-win team. Just Ashton Genty's that.
They're going to be better, but they're not a 12-win team.
I don't think they're going to win 12, but I think they're going to be better. They're going to be better. So, oh yeah, and that's another one. Speaking of holdouts, Scary Terry. Yeah, Terry McLaurin. We're still waiting on that too. I feel like this deal gets done, and maybe I'm just having way too much confidence in the new ownership, but I feel like this one gets done. It does not make it makes zero sense for this one. And then listen, let me be very clear. It makes zero sense that you're not re-signing Micah Parsons. It makes zero sense that you're not re-signing Trey Hendrickson. The Shamar Stewart thing is just dumb. Here for Scary Terry, you have Von Miller is like, I want to chase a ring. I'm going to the Washington Commanders. The Commanders fans are like, what is this feeling? I've never had this before, right? You got to sign a guy that's going to help you get there. And Scary Terry, who you could argue is one of the most important receivers when it comes to developing talent, like in developing a quarterback, right? Because Scary Terry, he's QB proof. And he had a phenomenal season last year with Jaden Daniels. You have to sign him. Like, I don't care if this costs more money. Like he's a guy that is going, if you are going to go where you want to go, Terry McLaurin is going to be part of that.
Yeah, I think the thing with Washington right now is they weren't expecting this, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're going to do the right thing. They're trying to do the right thing. And this is a hiccup in what their plans were. So however their cap shakes out, I just think they're having to rework how they approach multiple things, and that's why this is probably happening now. And that's a change. That's a change for Washington. Before, we just be like, Dan Snyder's an idiot. I think Adam Peters knows what he's doing. I think they'll figure it out eventually. I think this is just a hiccup. It's going on a little longer than I thought it would. But I think it's like you got to figure out like what their cap is over the next several years. You know what I mean? But I believe, if you had to pick McLaurin, Hendrickson, or Micah, which deal gets done first? I feel like Terry's deal is going to actually get done before
I agree with that. I could see Terry getting done first. I could.
They'll figure it out. I think they'll figure it out.
Listen, Yankees, they got to keep all the Tylers together, because if the Cowboys also want to win, the trio of Tylers is going to get them to the promised land. And how are we for left guard? We got lots of options if you're the Green Bay Packers at left guard. Yeah. So that's nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's fine. It's fine. Speaking of offensive line, the Green Bay Packers not messing around, making phenomenal deals. Zach Tom extended. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, 4-year
guard. Is that a guard?
$88 million. $30.2 million in a signing bonus, which is the largest ever for an offensive lineman. This needed to get done. Like 1 kajillion percent. No, not a guard, right tackle that we're going to be paying. Zach Tom has been phenomenal on the Packers offensive line. And there was some worry, right? Because there's a couple guys whose contracts were coming up. They obviously drafted a bunch of O-linemen, not just in, this draft, but then in previous draft too, in the their first round pick. So now to get Zach Tom extended, and it's a good price as well, I'm very, very happy. And the Packers kind of have like a ton of options, as I was saying before, on the offensive line. Like they can move guys around. They did just lose their center, and so Elton Jenkins, they're waiting for him. That he's probably going to be playing center. But this is good. This is very good news as a Green Bay Packer fan, because Jordan Love needs to be protected, and Zach Tom, you could argue, is one of the best offensive linemen on that team. So I was very happy with that. That was it. Sorry, I had to talk about the Packers for a hot second. There you go.
Yeah,
You blacked out for a second?
I'm zoned out.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy about this.
It's not that you were talking about the Packers. You're talking about an offensive lineman.
Zach Tom is phenomenal. So, and he has a great last name. No bias.
You know what I find torturous? Darren Waller has been put on the PUP list for the Dolphins.
I didn't see that.
Darren Waller has not passed his physical, and he's starting on the physically unable to perform. So he unretired. Now he's on the PUP list.
It's not great.
Just what happened to the Dolphins is what I want to know.
Nothing good. It's just nothing. Yeah, injuries like derailed a whole bunch of their potential. I think
like,
when they were getting hot.
We're letting Jonnu go. Okay, what's our plan? Darren Waller. Darren Waller can't even fucking play yet. Oh God. Oh. So I found that interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna be very honest. I don't think Darren Waller is gonna really be the savior of tight end. They have other tight ends on the roster, but maybe just getting a veteran presence in there. I don't know. Geno Smith had the 1 year production, right? It was last year. He had a really good season. Yeah, them signing Darren Waller, I didn't think was going to make a ton of waves with the Dolphins.
No, but now it's
seem to be doing things right. I will
less waves.
And honestly, Raven, here's the thing too: the Jets doing things right. Everything that the Jets do is going to seem right after these last couple seasons because they did everything wrong. So it's just going on up now. And just hope that you get back. And then the Jets get back to a point where they're like, oh man, we're a QB away. And maybe they'll get another free aging QB. And then it'll happen again. And this will just be the Jets fans' life forever.
Look, Stephon Diggs lost the puppy at the Adopt the Puppy Day. Oh, how cute this is, Tom. Get over here, you little rascal.
He's like, no.
Oh. That little puppy must have gotten to Diggs's pink bag. Is that puppy on cocaine, Tom? Oh God, your moment of cute. Welcome to GPS.
Must have gotten into his pink bag. That was pretty good. I like that. Jameis, if I can, it's going to be in August. I'm moving in less than 2 weeks, so that's what.
Let's see here.
There you go. Just saying. It's working out. Jets, I like their offseason a lot. I don't know how good they're going to be. We mentioned this at the top of the show. Honey Badger, Jimmy Graham, retiring. There's been, 4 Saints players now that have retired this offseason?
Carr, Honey Badger. I mean, Jimmy Graham. I don't really count that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Phillip Rivers retired officially.
That's right. Locked up TJ Watt, too. Zach Tom that good?
Saints retire. Who else was it? Who was the 4th?
Oh, yeah. Phillip Rivers also retiring as a Charger. That's not a Saint, but,
I just said that.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Oh, God bless me.
Hold on. Where is he? Where is Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, so the Saints signed Julian Blackmon after Honey Badger retired. Oh, Ramczyk. Ramczyk was the other one that retired for the Saints. There we go.
Boom. Also, hold on. There's one. Anthony Richardson.
He's throwing balls.
He's throwing, which is good. There was a... It was, who was
Chris
it?
Ballard?
Yes, Ballard, right? Ballard was talking about how these guys take time, and he referenced Baker Mayfield and then also referenced Sam Darnold, right? And then reporters were like, "Well, those are a little different. I don't know if those are necessarily the same thing." And he's like, "It's just going to take time." I think that's the right move, right? But it's literally now or never for Anthony Richardson. I think we're at that point that this season is make or break for him, at least with the Indianapolis Colts. I think that everyone can see that there's potential there. His athleticism is insane, but he's got to be able to put it all together with the Colts.
Yeah, Darnold's a little different because he was on a dog shit team in the Jets that nearly ruined him. Baker was actually good in Cleveland. And this is how delusional Browns fans have become. They're like, Baker actually not that good. Not that good in Cleveland. Oh, he's good for like a season and a half. He won you a fucking playoff game, Browns fans. I'm trying to be on your side, Cleveland. And you can't even agree that Baker was good for your football team? If you're a Browns fan and you're trying to discredit what Baker Mayfield did there, I wish nothing but endless suffering for you as a fan base. You have to at least admit your team fucked up by letting Baker go. We have to agree on that just as a base level of common knowledge of football. And I know a lot of Browns fans do love Baker Mayfield, but I was surprised at the pushback. Surprised that those same people are saying he was only good for one or like a season and a half, 2 seasons. He was hurt that final season. He played through a severe AC joint strain that entire final year. What the hell, Cleveland? I was trying to comment on Anthony Richardson. Didn't think I would be getting grief from Browns fans. Be like, yeah, he wasn't that good. What the fuck have you seen since Baker left? Oh my God. This is why I love football, because you can say something you think is pretty agreed upon, and somebody else can be like, nah, not really. And no, Baker wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong. But he played through Hugh Jackson, Freddie Kitchens. Then Stefanski came in. Oh, God. Dude, we're watching a guy have just a fascinating career in Baker Mayfield. And I think everybody's on Baker's side, and I think we're all rooting for him. But like, damn, this made me very. I'm not even mad at the Browns fans saying that he was only good for a season and a half. I'm just like, this is why I love talking about football, because we'll never agree, and it's the best thing to not agree on.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all, and I just love fucking talking about it.
Gray matter, yes. I think that we're going to get to a point, whether it's expanding the P squad even more. But you mean active, because they already have like the emergency QB stuff. I feel like you're going to start to see changes. I don't know how high they will go, but maybe they'll just have like more reserves, or like I said, expand the P squad even more. So I would imagine so.
The poop squad?
Doubting is DOTING, but doubting the Bills. Who's doubting the Bills? I mean, I don't think anyone doubts the Bills are going to win the division. I think that they should be clear favored to win the division. I think where that just gets complicated is in the playoffs, right? Like you're looking at teams like the Ravens, you're looking at teams like the Chiefs, you're looking at teams like the Bills. There's playoff performances. Is there something?
And Tom, I didn't even realize this on Monday. The Buccaneers were in the chat. The Buccaneers were watching the show.
Oh, were they?
Uh-huh.
Nice. There you go.
So I missed it. I didn't even notice. And the reason I think I missed it too is because I was trying to run the super chats. Usually Tom's on the supers.
Sure.
I was doing the supers. I didn't see that the Bucks were in there. But knowing that the Bucks were in there, that got me bricked up too. That got me bricked up as well.
They've commented on a few videos.
Yeah. Baker's a hero. It's a GD hero.
Hey, Beast.
And he still is not going to play a season with the same offensive coordinator in back-to-back years.
Nope.
Also a wild stat. I do hope the Bucks come back.
Bucks or Broncos? I would say the Buccaneers, just because they're in a division that's easier than the AFC West.
More winnable division. That's fair.
I'd say. I mean, just because the Raiders are going to give you, it's going to be a challenge, right? The Chargers.
I'll tell you to never stop believing, Mr. King.
Don't stop believing. Listen, just proper grammar. It's all good, Richie. It's all good. You're good. All right. I think we got through it all, right?
We always do.
Well, that's not. Sometimes we don't even talk about the title. But training camp is officially in full swing, folks. Football is down the block, around the corner. We got the Hall of Fame game is a week from tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
So there should never be a football NFL game in July. What the hell, dude?
We do need them, David.
Why are we even playing the Hall of Fame game anymore?
Because it's the Hall of Fame.
It's so dumb. I think the Hall of Famers should have to play each other. I want to be like the Pro Bowl. I want to see fucking hips breaking, guys going out on stretchers. I want life alert. I want every player to have life alert on. I want them announcing which retirement communities they're going to be joining. Hall of Fame game, but it's only Hall of Famers.
Seamus, like I said before to your super chat, I'm in the midst of moving. I'm less than 2 weeks away from moving. So I don't know if I'll get them all done, but I'll at least get a few of them done when I'm in the new house. Just can't do it at the moment. So
do it.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited, man. It's starting to get there. You know, there's a lot going on, but we're starting to as we get closer and closer to August, it's like, oh, football is in the air and pollen. It's still there.
Yeah, pollen. Get out of here.
It's still there. So, well, Cam Ward. Dude, I know no one's talking about Cam Ward. I just hope be the silent killer. And you would say carbon monoxide? I said no, Cam Ward.
Yeah. But it's also because he plays for the Titans, man.
It is also because he plays for the Titans. Yes, that is correct.
Who's going to be catching all those touchdowns?
It might be Cam Ward.
Yeah. Calvin Ridley going to help him break Herbert's touchdown record? And Ridley was nice last year, but I don't think so, my friend.
I hope he does well. I really does. Parno, what do you got coming out?
Today? Probably
I like that
nothing today. I think tomorrow I'll have another video, but working on trying to get ahead.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. There might be a video dropping today. There'll definitely be a video tomorrow. There's no time left. I have to do so many things in so little time. So we'll get there. But folks, I appreciate the hell out of you. We'll see you maybe on Friday. We'll see what's going on in the good old news world. So I wish everyone a healthy training camp. Hopefully no injury updates within the next couple of days.
Yeah, I would hate for something to happen to Patrick Mahomes. What, Carm? Love ya.
You can't say that, Brandon. It's not nice.
What's not nice?
What you just said. You know what you did. You know what you did.
Nothing happens.
You know what you did, Brandon.
I hope nothing happens to Mahomes. I hope
you know what you did.
Healthy. Kelsey's healthy. I hope Xavier Worthy stays healthy. I hope Chris Jones stays healthy. I hope George Karlaftis stays healthy. I hope Trent McDuffie stays healthy.
Folks, thank you so much.
I hope their new left tackle stays healthy. I hope Andy Reid keeps eating healthy. I hope Steve Spags stays healthy and doesn't retire.